Hello everybody, it's Adelaide. Welcome back to my channel, and today we are talking about this incredible doll. This is the Disney limited edition Cinderella doll designed exclusively for Saks Fifth Avenue. We're going to go over the box, then we'll talk about all of her details, and then I will give my final thoughts to wrap it all up. So here is Cinderella's box. It is a big box, but I guess it has to be because there is a lot of skirt to cram into it. It is a silvery blue color, and it's incredibly shiny. My lighting setup is really struggling right now. There is a lot of white embossing, mostly in the corners of vines and flowers. It has the clock, of course, Disney Cinderella in the middle, and then at the bottom it says designed exclusively for Saks Fifth Avenue. And it has the cutout window on the top, but there is nothing embossed on it like Cinderella's name or anything like that. This is also one of those boxes that has the doors that are held closed with magnets. The background is the staircase that she runs down to leave the ballroom when the clock strikes midnight and presumably loses her shoe. It has a lot of embossing on the plastic of some magic sparkles, and it doesn't go all the way up, so it only surrounds Cinderella's dress, like it's in the process of transforming back into her previous pink rags. And it says Cinderella at the bottom in white. This is the certificate of authenticity. I got number 1669 of 2500. And on the back, instead of the usual French, it says once upon a holiday, because she was released around the holidays for Saks Fifth Avenue the year she came out. And then we have the incredible Cinderella. I love everything about her. We'll start with her face sculpt, of course. This is the same sculpt that they have been using for a while and they have used since. She has the most beautiful shade of blue eyes. And then her eyeshadow, it is a dark brown crease with some shimmer on the lid. It's more of a silvery color. It kind of looks a little bit gold in some lighting, but it is silver. She has these almost apricot colored lips, and then just a little bit of blush on her cheeks. Her hair is blonde, of course. The bangs are rolled and gelled. And then for the hair, instead of doing a bun, they pulled her hair into a ponytail and then they curled it. So it's not a true bun, but it looks like one. And I like that they did it this way. I actually really like the curls. I like this reinterpretation of her hairstyle. She has a silver headband, and I think it's just a ribbon. It's covered in clear rhinestones. She has a little bit of jewelry. She has a stud earring that is silver with a clear stone. And of course, her signature black choker that is covered in black rhinestones. Of course, though, the real showstopper is this dress. All these different materials and so much fabric and a lot of detail went into this dress. The bodice is satin, and in the middle are all of these rhinestones, and they're kind of silver, but they still have a little bit of this like aurora borealis effect. She has these pieces of fabric. I'm not sure what the fabric is, but it has a lot of shimmer to it. It's super shiny, and they kind of wrap around her shoulders. They're not really sleeves. I don't really like how they sit on her shoulders either. They do sit kind of funky, and unless you like hold her arms down at her side, which would really not look right, they just don't sit right. But it doesn't bother me too much. It's just something to be aware of. She has satin gloves that match the bodice, and then they still gave her two peplums, and these are made from the same shimmery fabric as the pieces that wrap around her shoulders. The real showstopper, though, is this skirt. Everything about this skirt is beautiful in design and in quality. The top layer, of course, is going to be my favorite. because it has the embroidery. It's so pretty. All of this silver detail of flowers and vines that go almost all the way up the skirt, and it's covered in those same Aurora Borealis rhinestones. And it goes all the way to the back. Under that is the same layer that is used to make the peplums and the shoulder pieces, so it gives it a nice sparkle. And then under that is more of the satin, and if you were to feel it, it's at least double lined, but there might be a third layer in there too. One of the things I really appreciate too as far as quality goes is, how well constructed the skirt is. The hem is clean, and it even has this piece, you can kind of feel it, I don't know if you can see it super well, but it's got something all the way around the hem of the skirt to kind of give it some structure. There's also a tulle petticoat. Lots of layers there. I think there's 2, maybe 3. And then of course Cinderella would not be Cinderella without her glass slippers. Unfortunately though, they are a little bit underwhelming. They are just clear plastic. And they even look kind of open-toed on camera, but I promise they are closed-toed, and they have a bow detail. The skirt itself too folds down into all of these pleats. And the pleats themselves don't go all the way around, but because they chose to go with pleats, look at all this fabric. Look at all the fabric they used. And these here are pinned down and I don't want to unpin them. So there's even more here than what I can properly show you. This skirt, if you unpinned it all, would be huge. So I do feel like a lot of care went into not just the design, but the manufacturing of this doll. And I would hope so. It is Cinderella after all. So for my final thoughts on the Saks Fifth Avenue Cinderella doll, this doll is almost flawless. I have a very hard time finding things about this doll that I don't like. I have a hard time finding things that I would even just do differently. I love that the design is distinctly the original ball gown that she wears in the movie, but it still has unique features that make it its own dress. So for one thing, it's silver, just like in the original movie. Yes, the original dress is silver, not blue. Go watch the movie again. But it's not the same shade of silver. It's a darker color, and honestly, it does lean a little bit blue in the doll dress. Another thing is that the shoulders are a little bit different. It still wraps around, but they aren't the big puff sleeves that they are in the movie. She also still has her peplum. I don't know what it is about that peplum, but ever since Cinderella did it, you can't see a peplum that looks like that and not think Cinderella. And then of course, the skirt. Everything about the skirt. The way it's constructed, the designs, the details. Absolutely perfect. Even the bodice has extra work that went into it. The craftsmanship truly is top-notch for this doll. For instance, the bodice has that extra piece of fabric, that triangle in the middle. That is extra work and extra fabric that makes the doll that much more difficult to make, and they chose to do it here because it really does truly accentuate those rhinestones in the middle. And of course the skirt. Y'all saw how much fabric is in that skirt. It's not just one layer either, it's at least 4 if you count the fact that the satin layer is lined at least once. And the way they chose their fabrics and how they complement each other. It's like a layered thing. So you have the shimmery fabric on top for the shoulders, then satin for the bodice, the shimmery fabric again in the middle with the peplum, and then you have all those fabrics and another embroidered layer to all make up the skirt. So it balances out. Not only that, but layering them on the skirt just elevates that skirt further. Not to mention the details. I've already talked about the rhinestones, but the embroidery. Oh my gosh, I could gush about the embroidery for ages. The detail. Oh my god, it's just incredible on this doll, and I always find something new to appreciate. And the structure of the skirt too, I'm also very impressed. I showed you guys the hemming, the lining, and the boning that goes around the base of the skirt. All of that is incredibly important, not just for the craftsmanship of the doll, but the longevity of the doll. Why pay? This doll was not cheap, guys. Why pay that price? Not to mention the secondhand market price for a doll that's just gonna fall apart in 5 years, right? I don't think that's ever gonna happen with this one as long as you take good care of it. So yes, I'm obsessed with her for multiple reasons, and I love her so much that she is the only doll I have that stays out all year round. She is truly the crown jewel of my collection, and I am ecstatic to have her. All right, everybody, that's all from me today. Thank you so much for joining me for my review of the Disney limited edition Cinderella doll designed exclusively for Saks Fifth Avenue. Let me know in the comments if you think I praised her too much. Maybe I didn't praise her enough. I want to know your honest opinions, so let me know. In the meantime, though, I want to take a second to thank you all so much for watching and engaging with my content. You guys have made this year extra fun for me, and I am going to continue this channel into the new year. So thank you all so much for all of the support. I greatly appreciate it. In the meantime, though, have a safe holiday, enjoy the rest of it, and I look forward to seeing you in 2026. Take care. Bye.